Hi, this is my video where I'm just going to talk about what I felt about the major conferences yesterday and today, Tuesday. So, without further ado, I'll give my feelings about um, Microsoft's conference, EA, Ubisoft, Sony's conference, Activision's conference after the cut. What? Oh, yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I had to do it. It had to be done. It had to be done. Basically, I was underwhelmed by all of Monday's press conferences. Microsoft's, Sony's. I was at work. Okay, I took my lunch break. I was like, you know what? I'm the boss. I can go to lunch whenever I want to. I took an hour-long lunch break, watched the last portion of the Microsoft press conference. And I can tell you right now, I was eating a bowl of harvest soup, not harvest soup, of squash soup that I made myself in my kitchen, at my barcade in the kitchen. You know, making this summer harvest squash soup was more interesting than Microsoft's press conference. The only thing that I'll say about Microsoft's press conference that they did well was that they have a nice variety of games. They've got they had Sunset Overdrive, which looks interesting until you realize that it's a Ratchet and Clank game without Ratchet and Clank in it. It was fun seeing Ted Price come up there, who was so hyped up, looked like he had snorted a few lines before he came on stage. Crackdown looks like it's gonna really bring those Xbox core audience back. I find it odd that the title that got the most applause was Halo Master Chief Collection. We are constantly hearing gamers say they want new games, new IPs, but the one game that the people there really wanted to fucking see is a compilation of shit they already can play on Xbox, on their original Xboxes and Xbox 360s or a PC. Next gen gaming at its finest. Basically, what I'm saying is Microsoft's conference, if I had to give it a grade, would get a solid D. Underwhelming, not impressive. Sony, yeah, I'm skipping the third parties because I'm gonna get to them last at the end of this. Sony actually had a few titles that looked interesting. Their Scalebound looked interesting. That was it, in my opinion. The rest of it was a whole bunch of either multiplats or zombie games, and I'm tired of zombies. I'm tired of shooters in general. I'm tired of shooters and zombies. I'm tired of games where all you do is just shoot shit. I mean, and they aren't even in like no color, because apparently in next gen gaming you can only have various shades of gray and green. It's like they went to the Game Boy school of design, and I mean the original Game Boy, the 4 different shades of gray and green. Which brings me to the third parties. The third parties. EA, predictable as usual. NFL, Madden 15. NHL 15. FIFA 15. Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and some other shit. Ubisoft. I'll get to them last. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give an entire section just to Ubisoft because they, look, I'm going to cover what I thought about their conference, but I'm going to make a video just for Ubisoft later. Now on to our next, Activision. Destiny looks good. I'm not gonna get it because the more I see about this game, when I first saw it, I thought, well, as long as it has a robust single player where I don't have to play with other people, it would be fine. But it's way too online and multiplayer heavy because I don't like playing with other people normally. I mean, unless it's local multiplayer, I really don't care. Mario Party is the only game that I've really had fun, and I'm not online that much. Sorry, Mario Kart 8, or Mario Crack 8. Let's see, we've done Activision, we've done EA, now on to Ubisoft. Meh. To quote Reggie Fils-Aimé, meh. He said it best, meh. The same shit they've already got. Ooh, we're getting a shitty version of Watch Dogs in November. Ooh, I'm ecstatic. I'm not gonna get it, but whatever. Because I can guarantee you they'll be releasing it at $59.99 when every other version of this fucking game will be like 40, 30 bucks, 40, 35 bucks at when this game releases. So, I mean, they've already basically set this game up for failure. So, I'll give my thoughts on Nintendo's press conference after the cut. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My prediction was correct. I knew that Nintendo was going to bring it. I knew that Nintendo was going to kick ass. And now I know why Iwata was sick. He wasn't. He had to nurse the wounds he got from. He had to limber up because he's not used to kicking people's ass like he did in that digital direct. All I'm gonna say is this: the digital direct kicked the other press conference's ass. I strongly suspect that Seth Green and Robot Chicken made that intro with Reggie Fils-Aimé's doll burning that dude and then lasering his ass. It was all really cool. I enjoyed it. The games that they showed looked awesome. Even Yoshi's Woolly World, which, frankly speaking, I know a lot of people are like, man, I'm tired of platformers. That game looks fun as hell. I'm sorry. And, I really want one of those plushy Yoshis. And I'm like, here's the thing. I like really cute things. Like, I love puppies and little cute things like that. But every time I get a cute thing, my girlfriend finds it and then steals it from me. And it's hers, so, like, I have to hide my really cute stuff. So, either that or I just don't get it. I'm like, I'll look at it, but I can't have it, or she'll steal it, and then I'll never see it again. So, basically, what I'm saying is that Nintendo, as I predicted, was going to come to this E3 and turn Sony and Microsoft into their bitch. And they did. they turned them into their bitch. Look, let's look at it. Okay, Smash Brothers, you can now play with your Miis, plus the NFC with Smash Brothers, which is friggin' awesome. Splatoon, which looked awesome. Yoshi's Woolly World, which looks awesome. Kirby's Rainbow Curse looks friggin' awesome. Yeah, and I know people are like, it's a platformer. Nah, it's not really a platformer. Let's see, what else? Basically everything they showed in that digital event looked really friggin' cool. There were very few 3DS games in that. As a matter of fact, I don't think there were any 3DS games in that. Oh, yes. But there's one thing I was mad about Nintendo showing. That trailer, that Zelda game is not on the Wii U. It has to be on the PS4. There's no way that game can look that gorgeous on such a weak, underpowered system as the Wii U. No. No way. Doesn't that shit look awesome? Doesn't that shit look awesome? And I think they were using the in-game engine to do that trailer. I don't think that was like just a bullshot like so many Western developers. I think they used the in-game engine to do that. So, basically, Nintendo ass-raped Sony and Microsoft, the C3. With no lube. Just hit them upside the head and turned them around and pulled their pants down and just did the deed. I hope Nintendo keeps up these digital events. Just to contrast how awesome the digital event compared to live is, the live Treehouse event, while it was interesting following the digital event, was not quite as polished. The information they gave was awesome, but it was not quite as polished. The digital event, they can control their message and make the shit look awesome. I hope they get Robot Chicken to do that shit next year, because it was fucking awesome. So basically, that's all I gotta say. Nintendo made Sony and Microsoft their bitch, and I'll give my conclusion after the cut. Okay, here's my conclusion, and I'm just gonna say what I need to say. E3 has been going down since they began to close it. Since it went from being just an offshoot of the Consumer Electronic Expo, and becoming Consumer Electronic Show, and it became like this and they closed it off to the common people who could come and see what new games, what new systems, what new electronic entertainment stuff came out, and it became a massive circle jerk for the big corporations and various media sites to go see. Oh, we're special. We get to see this before you do. You only get the information from us. Nintendo is making this shit about the fans, the gamers, yet again. And I'm glad. They're getting off this sinking ship. Microsoft and Sony, still sticking with it. Although I'm thinking Sony's going to try and broadcast their boring-ass press conference. Their boring-ass press conference. If anyone sat in a theater and watched that boring-ass press conference, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, you wasted an hour and a half plus of your time, and you'll never get it back. Congratulations, you have the brain of a Nimrod. Of a maroon. That being said, the live press conferences were just garbage this year. Microsoft gets a D. Sony gets a D- bordering on an F. Okay. Both of them generally showed a lot of their major titles of the year are fucking multiplats. So, I mean, their exclusives are a joke. Sony's bringing the PS Vita over. I'm gonna let you on a little secret. The PS Vita bombed in Japan. It's probably gonna bomb here in America too. The poor man's Vita. Not to mention, we've already seen this done by Nintendo a few gens ago. It's called Super Game Boy, but I digress. EA took no risks, just the same shit we could expect every year. Battlefield, blah, 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 blah. Sports games. Dragon Age Inquisition, which looks pretty good, and I hope it looks good, but here's the thing. At this point, I don't have much faith in Dragon Age after Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect 3 and BioWare after Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect 3. So I'm kind of like on the fence about whether or not to really give a shit. And plus, Ray Musica and Greg Zeshuk, the doctors who started BioWare, left. And now they're working for Square Enix, I think. So we don't know if their games will be any damn good, if BioWare's games will be any damn good now. Which leads me to Activision. Destiny looks pretty good, but the whole always online component is kind of not really making me happy. See, Warner Brothers Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight. It looks the same as every other Batman game that's come out, except it's got the Batmobile now. And if I hear one more fucking Rocksteady person say, we couldn't do that on the Wii U, those lying, cocksucking motherfuckers. Liars. They didn't want to, is what they want. They didn't want to allocate the funds to learn the architecture to do it well. And if they just said, look, we do not want to, we only have enough money budgeted to put this game on the PS4 and the Xbox One, that'd be cool. Everyone's saying, okay, they don't have the money for it. But to lie and say, technologically speaking, they can't do it, it is bullshit. And we're getting GTA 5 again. Because why the fuck not? We don't need any new games. Just the same shit we had last gen. Nintendo brought the games. Most of the games they showed were Wii U exclusives. Actually, all the games shown were Wii U exclusives. Bayonetta 1 and 2 together. Plus, the first one has some added features. It's fucking awesome. I'm going to get that because I never got the original Bayonetta. Everyone tells me it's awesome. I'm going to get it now that I can get it on my Wii U. Because that's how you do shit. You see third party? See what Sega's doing? That's how you do shit. And Ubisoft. I'll tell you what I think about Ubisoft. I'm going to make a special video just for Ubisoft. The one third party that all of these faux Nintendo gamers, these faux Nintendo fans, we really need to support Ubisoft. I got a video just for their French asses. That's the end of this video. My E3 feelings about the big three and the major third parties. I'll give my stay tuned for later on this week. I'll be doing a podcast talking about, after these feelings have digested and everything, how else I feel about it. Thank you and have a good day.